New World Order, you underestimated the people. You took a gamble and you lost.
Okay, we don't like this. Okay, well then we're going to do this. And that is just how it's going to be.
Evidence brought to light that there is a corrupt officer, or that that officer did shoot that kid on purpose.
I don't care how I look, I don't care how I sound, I don't care what the beat is. I just care the message gets across.
What's up, everyone? This is the Tinman with the Resistance.
And you already know my fucking name.
This is Lucid. We are back for our second weekly report since we've been back. Sorry about the last video.
Come on, baby, let's start the party.
I decided that it would be prudent to, update the quality of our video, and in doing so, it caused problems with the editor.
Yeah, the setting that Lucid had it on was not compatible with the video editor because it was on a DVD setting or something. So for whatever stupid fucking reason, it was not compatible.
It was a 1080p setting basically, and it just wasn't compatible with the program he uses to edit the videos. So
yeah,
it caused us a problem with the video. I mean, we could have put that video on the way it was, but it just would have been tweaky.
Yeah, it was like all split screen and
Slanted.
off the wall.
Yeah.
It was crazy shit. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and kick this bitch off with our first story. What do you got, Lucid?
Alright, let me open this up here. We got a couple of things that I'll be going over and a couple of things you'll be going over. Should we give them a broad range of what we're going to be doing here, or are we just going to
we're going to talk about the Louisiana shooting. We're going to talk about Obama-Rama. We're going to talk about Germany.
Two things in Germany, actually.
Yep. It's always a positive and a negative.
Alright, so basically what happened in Louisiana was a similar thing that happened in Tennessee, as per last week's weekly report. Look it up. The gunman sitting in a packed movie theater stood up and began firing into the crowd, killing 2 and injuring at least 7 others Thursday night before fatally shooting himself, authorities said. This is according to ABC 7 News reports. Police described the shooter as a 58-year-old lone white male but did not immediately disclose his name. They later identified his car and evacuated the area after spotting something suspicious inside the vehicle. Police said they were going to set off an explosion in the car, and minutes later, an Associated Press reporter on the scene heard a number of short bursts similar to firecrackers coming from that vicinity. At least one theatergoer described the scene, saying the older white man stood up about 20 minutes into the 7:10 p.m. showing of the movie Trainwreck at the Grand 16 Theater in Lafayette and began shooting.
He must have really hated that movie.
Or hated the people that went to see the movie because he wanted to see it by himself, selfish bastard.
Yeah. Did you hear that they're trying to say that this guy was a member of the Tea Party? A lot of mainstream's trying to say that shit.
That would be a first. Anyway, he wasn't saying anything. I didn't hear anybody screaming either. Somebody heard about 6 shots before they ran from the nearest exit, leaving behind their shoes and purse. When the shooting began, a teacher who was in the theater jumped in front of a second teacher, saving her life, said Governor Bobby Jindal, who arrived on the scene shortly after the shooting. The second teacher then managed to pull a fire alarm, he said. There were about 100 people in the theater at the time of the shooting. Police believe that the gunman fired shots only at the theater and had not waged an attack anywhere else beforehand. We have no reason to believe that this individual acted beyond this location here. The funny thing I find about this article is that ISIS, I mean, he may or may not be a member of the Tea Party regime or whatever, and may or may not be acting whether alone or under somebody else's governing dictatorship or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that I find funny about this is that ISIS labeled Louisiana as one of their attack points, as far as I can remember, in their
Declarations,
in their posts on Twitter and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, so far, everything that they said they were going to do, they have done. So, I mean...
Yeah. Sorry, NSA, we're cutting your funding. You're not doing your job.
Right.
But, then again, why should they do their job? It's all part of their agenda. Check this out. Obama calls for gun restrictions prior to the Louisiana shooting.
Like that's going to help anything anyway.
Yeah, this is an article by Kurt Nimmo of Infowars.com stating during a BBC interview that aired a few hours before the shooting in Louisiana, Obama said he was distressed he had been unable to weaken the Second Amendment. And it goes into a video. As you mentioned the issue of guns. That is an area where, if you ask me, where has been the one area where I feel that I have been most frustrated and most time.
Once again, trying to put laws and control on guns, which will have no bearing on criminals whatsoever.
Yeah,
so,
he wants to try to push his gun control, and
lo
and behold, oh wow, there's another shooting!
Yeah, my thing about it is that he wants to put this is my theory, he wants to put gun control so that he can basically overthrow the government. I believe that's his entire purpose behind that whole ordeal to begin with.
It is. Like, look back at Clinton. Every time that motherfucker got in trouble, an embassy or something got blown up, there was always some sort of crisis that happened when Clinton got himself in trouble. And then, in 1996, through the Oklahoma City shit, isn't it amazing how that happened? Just a year after Clinton failed to pass his gun control bill?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, get some new fucking tactics, motherfuckers!
Some new material, please. It's getting old.
Yeah, it's getting fucking old. This shit doesn't work, okay? Give it up already.
Alright, so moving on.
Yeah, this one pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, this one is not fucking good. Not that anything that we report on is generally good, but this one especially. This is sick. Germany and EU to legalize pedophilia and with it child pornography as well. Booklets from a subsidiary of the German government's Ministry for Family Affairs encourage parents to sexually massage their children as young as 1 to 3 years of age. Two 40-page booklets entitled Love, Body, and Playing Doctor by the German Federal Health Education Center are aimed at parents, the first addressing children from ages 1 to 3 and then the other from 4 to 6. Fathers do not devote enough attention to the clitoris and vagina of their daughters. Yes, it does say this. I am reading it straight from the fucking prompt here. Fathers do not devote enough attention to their daughters' clitoris and vagina. Their caresses too seldom pertain to these regions, while this is the only way the girls can develop a sense of pride in their sex. Reads the booklet regarding 1 to 3-year-olds. The authors rationalize this by saying, the child touches all parts of their father's body, sometimes arousing him. The father should do the same. Why do some people still vote for these scumbags? Next time we must all vote for our local nationalists, political party to restore normality. Just that opening statement, guys. I mean, booklets from a subsidiary of German says that they want their parents to sexually massage their children as young as 1 to 3 years of age. That is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. You know what? If you want to be, this is your thoughts, Tinman, and I'm taking a page from your book here from the other day, our conversation. If you want to be old, an adult, and do weird sexual shit with each other, that's one thing, but leave the fucking kids out of it.
Yeah. Kids have to have a period of innocence, for Christ's sake. I mean, they're children. They don't even start to develop until they're preteens, and in some cases even their late teens. I mean, granted, in some cases kids are developing earlier and earlier, but still, they're innocent. They're kids. The farthest thing from their mind should be sex. And even if that weren't the fucking case, the last people that they should be having sexual contact with
is their parents.
It's their fucking parents. It is not a father's job to take the virginity of his daughter or to fondle his daughter at ages 1 to 3. I mean, come the fuck on. And they say in this fucking article that they put this out to the public and got the approval before publishing this fucking pamphlet by teachers, parents, and psychologists and got a 93% approval rating.
Ridiculous.
Are these people like known pedophiles or something?
It just goes to show how sick this world is becoming.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I refuse to fucking believe that 90% of overall parents, teachers, and child psychologists condone this. I'm thinking it was a small poll conducted with sick fucks.
Agreed.
I mean, it's fucking sick. These are your fucking babies. You're supposed to take care of them and protect them, not violate them. I mean, look at the shit that fucking happens to children who are sexually assaulted.
They develop psychological problems later in life and insecurities and all kinds of shit, dude.
Yeah, it's ass backwards from what these people are saying. It's what these people are putting out in this pamphlet is completely ass fucking backwards from what actually happens. You're not helping these children develop and become comfortable with their bodies and their sexuality. No, you're fucking them up psychologically. Just because you guys want to be sick fucks and touch babies and shit. Sick motherfuckers.
I honestly really don't know what to say in response to this. Like, it's just sickening. The whole aspect of it's cool. The whole aspect regarding
that just pissed me the fuck off.
The whole aspect regarding the whole sexuality aspect behind children and their parents is asinine. I don't fucking understand it. It blows my mind that people would even think that of their children.
But it is sick. These are babies. They're not adults. They're not even teenagers who are developed. I mean, I can understand the fucking teen fetish shit. I can understand that to a point, you know. You got those fucking adult magazines and fucking videos and shit online
of like 18-year-olds.
Of 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, okay?
They're grown-ups.
That I can live with, okay? I can even tolerate consensual incest between two consenting adult parties. Even teenage parties
that's pretty
that
gross,
degree.
But anyway.
Well, the reasoning behind this is because they are mature enough to make those decisions. They are past their
I can see
their puberty. They're past puberty.
I can see Connor making a meme for this one.
Oh yeah,
my name is Tinman, and I promote incest.
I'm not promoting incest, not by any means. I am simply saying I can understand and accept that from an adult standpoint. If it's two consenting adults, do whatever the fuck you want in regards to that aspect. But touching children, that is fucking wrong, that is sick, that is immoral, that is just monstrous on every fucking level.
Well,
and that is not...
It's wrong and immoral about incest, too.
And
should not be getting involved. And even incest and two consenting adults, a father and a daughter should not be getting involved either. You know what I mean? This is wrong.
And I agree wholeheartedly. But what I'm saying is, I can accept that two consenting adults doing that shit versus a grown man and his infant fucking daughter. That's all I'm saying, and let me make it perfectly fucking clear here. I do not condone sexual immorality on any fucking level. I do not condone child pornography or child assault. I do not condone incest, and I do not condone bestiality or any of these other sick taboo fetishes. Okay? I do not condone it.
How about shit porn?
No!
2 girls, 1
No! 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 No!
Shit porn?
No!
2 girls, 1 cup?
No excrement, damn it!
Yeah, which brings me to my next point. Don't do drugs.
No! Oh my god. What is this fucking world coming to? It's like you get turned on by getting shit pissed on? Fuck. Okay. What was wrong with consensual sex between a man and a woman? Where did we go up on this fucking tangent? Where? How did this fucking happen? Seriously. There was nothing wrong with one man and one woman getting it on. Okay, there was nothing wrong with that. And then you just fucking go crazy with shit. Okay, come on.
You know, that's people, though. They
The
get
dick goes in the vagina. End of fucking story. You don't need to shit on people. You don't need to get fucked by a dog. You don't need to fuck your parents or your siblings. You don't need to fuck your goddamn kids. Fuck.
Tinman out.
Tinman, piss. I mean, seriously, from a parent's standpoint. I mean, I live with you and your children. I could never fathom anybody touching those children. They're babies. Even Haley, she's fucking 6 years old. I can't even contemplate it. It is sick. It is wrong. And it hurts. It's sad that people would think of children like that. Fuck. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Now the world has officially seen me pissed off.
In other news in Germany.
Yeah, let's go on to a more positive aspect. Because I think that last article may be a little bit blown out of proportion, like the 93% approval rating by parents, teachers, and psychologists. I think that may be exaggerated, because I cannot imagine that parents, teachers, and psychologists would actually condone this.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you can't imagine that have happened and come to pass in real life, dude. I mean, you have to take into consideration these mass murders and defiling, people and chopping them up in pieces, and, mothers killing their infants and burying them in the snow in the backyard. I mean, we got all kinds of crazy shit going on. I mean, if we got that kind of stuff going on, why is this so hard to fucking believe?
Sometimes I understand why the globalists want us dead. I seriously sometimes understand it. Sorry.
Tinman trying to get his shit together here.
I'm pissed! Oh, before I go on to this news article, that motherfucker who put a firecracker in his pit bull's mouth, fuck you!
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck you and the goddamn boat that brought you over the border. Fuck you.
There might not have been a boat. He might have swam.
Seriously, that fucking pissed me off. If I ever see that guy, if he ever gets out of jail and I see him, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna beat him within an inch of his fucking life, and then I'm gonna rip his heart out and devour it while he slowly dies and fades into blackness. The last thing he will see is me devouring his cold, black fucking heart.
Jesus Christ, Chris. Yeah.
I got a dark side. Let me tell you, I've got a fucking dark side.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
And I ain't got no pussy laying next to me last night, so.
Oh, so that clarifies your comments earlier, how you need your room to smell like sex.
Yes. My room must smell like sex. Anyway, moving on.
Thank God.
New statue in Germany illustrates just how much the rest of the world opposes U.S. police state.
See, the thing of it is that they're putting these statues of these people. Here, go ahead.
Yeah, check this out. Oh. The statue pays homage to three who said no to the war, to the lies that led to war, and to the intrusion into the private lives that helped to perpetuate war, said Nermino, the artwork's creator. Basically, what happened in Berlin, Germany, this past Friday, three life-size bronze statues of Edward Snowden, Julia Assange, and Chelsea Manning were unveiled in Berlin Square in front of German politicians and activists. I think that's fucking awesome. I'm not going to go into the full fucking article.
Well, what are your views on Edward Snowden? And
I fully support him. He
Chelsea
fucking...
Manning?
These people, though labeled traitors to the United States, expose the corruption. And that's why they're labeled as the bad guys. They expose the corruptions. They stood against these tyrants and railed against the New World Order system control. It's like the saying goes, if exposing criminals is treated as a criminal act, then you are ruled by criminals. And as I have always done, I commend these people for sticking up for our rights and our freedoms and exposing this shit, even at the cost of their lives, their freedoms, their jobs, their families. You know, they sacrificed all to expose this shit and to help try to change the world for the better. And I commend that. I will never, ever say that these people are bad guys or that they are criminals. They are fucking heroes and true fucking patriots. Hands fucking down. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Well, I commend those who actively take a role in defending our freedoms and our constitutional rights and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But, on the other hand, too, you gotta do it within legal means or it means nothing. If you yourself turn to criminal activities for the betterment of mankind, whether your intentions are good or bad, your actions mean nothing to those people because you're a criminal as well. So, for the people that are doing it the right way, exercising your freedoms of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, different things like that, Second Amendment rights, people who are open carrying in open carry states, stuff like that, exercising your constitutional freedoms and doing it the right way, it's commendable, but you also got to take into consideration, Tinman, that some people, go about this the wrong way. They demonstrate in violent ways, which is a criminal act. And their criminal acts are noted. No, I know. I'm just stating the other side of things. If you do it criminally, whether it's violence, extortion, blackmail, whatever, you are considered a criminal as well, and by most authorities considered to be a terrorist.
Yeah, you're not gonna fucking bring peace to the world by blowing up a police station.
Right. It's just not gonna fucking happen.
But as far as these men are concerned, they expose the criminal element. They expose violations of the Constitution and what's been going on the inside. They made this shit public. And for that, they are fucking heroes in my book. There's no wrong in what they did, other than the fact that it is perceived wrong by the tyrants they exposed.
Right.
At which point, it is those tyrants that need to be prosecuted Not
Not
like
the people.
Edward Snowden and Chelsea Manning and shit. Fucking, these people not only need a statue, they deserve the Nobel Peace Prize better than that piece of shit Obama.
He was given the Nobel Peace Prize? For what?
I forget, but I know a while back he was getting the Nobel Peace Prize.
For fucking what?
Probably because he was the first black person.
Whatever, dude. Fuck, dude. You deserve a Nobel Peace Prize more than he does.
I do. I'm like, how many fucking lives have I saved? How many fucking tyrants, users have I exposed? And utterly destroyed? I mean, come on, the list is piled fucking long.
With our tongue like blades, our voices strong and steel.
Anyway, I think we should cut off to our halftime segment. We're at 5 minutes here. So, anyway, we'll be right back. Let's see what Mr. Giggles has to say.
Hello, YouTube Universe. This is a good old MS Revan. Are you looking for daily, unbiased political videos? Come check out my channel at youtube.com/GrandmasterRevan, or you can find me in the featured activist section on the Worldwide Resistance Network's channel at youtube.com/Resistance2058. Remember, knowledge is free.
I want to talk a little bit about how America is becoming a modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah in some aspects. We are losing our morals and ethics in the United States. If you tune into the History Channel, they got Larry the Cable Guy telling penis and fart jokes to Cub Scouts. If you tune into Discovery Channel, they're teaching your children how we originated from aquatic mermaids. I didn't tune in to Fox News to hear about Kim Kardashian's ass cheek implants. There is a Beavis and Butthead mentality going about in this country, and it's contagious.
Oh, it does cool in here.
Yeah, you need to get a shower, Mr. Giggles.
Well, yeah, I haven't showered in like 4 months.
Okay, well let's go do that.
Oh, that's a bedroom.
Yeah, don't go there. Yep, that's the water. Yep, shampoo, soap. There's a loofah down there. Go ahead and just help yourself to whatever.
What the fuck is that?
That would be my daughter. She shares a bathroom with Tinman, so. Don't worry, there's towels in here, there's shit paper up here, you'll have everything you need. There you go, toilet paper, yes. Yeah, toilet paper. Okay, can we get along? Hey, can we move this along now? Can you take a shower, please? We got shit to do. You're really gonna shower with your clothes on? We have a washing machine, but...
Get the fuck out!
Alright, I'm leaving. Bye!
Mr. Giggles, get out of there! I have to take a crap!
Mr. Giggles! Mr. Giggles! Hey!
Come out!
My wife needs to go to the bathroom!
I have to pee! I'm gonna rain on your face in a minute!
Alright. That's it. Okay, what we're gonna do now is I'm going to shut off the hot water. Make it super cold. It's all the way up there. Here's my hot water tank. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay. Should be getting cold now. Okay, let's hurry up. I want to see his reaction. Get out! Ow! Get out of there, Mr. Giggles! So, Mr. Giggles, how was your shower?
You're a fucking dick! Why'd you turn the hot water off?
Well, when you're in there for 4 hours and a motherfucker's gotta take a piss.
You know how hard it is to wash this hair?
Do you know how hard it is for a pregnant woman to get up off her ass to go take a piss?
Who's pregnant?
My wife. No, you can't eat the baby. No. I got you some better food.
Got me food?
I got you food.
I got food!
I got you a
I got food!
There you go. Handle it. Fatten you up, Mr. Giggles.
Yes,
Mr. Giggles. One slow bite at a time.
that was good! All this trash and shit, I gotta clean up now. I already took a shower. Water was cold. Oh shit! I'm gonna get laid!
And we are back. Nice to see we got Mr. Giggles back up to par. Fattened up. Dude, that motherfucker was skinny. I think he was skinnier than me. Like, seriously, I didn't think that was possible. It's like, how the fuck did he get so skinny? We were only off the air for a few months. And
Maybe he just didn't eat. He didn't have his daily regiment of bullshit every day that was just given to him so that he could keep on schedule. Maybe he just forgot.
He doesn't seem to be all there upstairs.
Right,
so.
which is what I'm saying. He needs meds.
Shit, he showers with his clothes on, for Christ's sake. But
the guy needs to see a psychologist. You know, not a therapist, a psychologist.
Well, he was at Bellevue for the better part of a decade.
Yeah, but that was a mental lockup, dude. I'm talking a psychologist that can issue him meds on a daily basis so he can operate normally. Then again,
what's normal?
Exactly. Then again,
what's normal? You know, he's not hurting anybody.
Alrighty, so
except when he lights firecrackers on Tommy Bird and ties him up and straps an air compressor in his mouth and shit.
Or zaps him with a broken fucking hair stimulator.
No, that was me.
Oh. I confuse you with Mr. Giggles sometimes. I don't know why. You guys have the same kind of mentality, raw mentality. Not necessarily mentality per se, but like the rawness of your guys' actions are pretty straightforward.
Hey, as far as that shit goes, Tommy Bird came up with the idea for that show.
It wasn't Biggie's cousin? Isn't
Tommy Bird is Biggie's cousin?
No, I mean, isn't Mr. Giggles Biggie's cousin as well?
No, they were friends in school, and then due to extenuating circumstances, Mr. Googles had a mental breakdown and became what he is today. He was a normal guy once, but it just happened. The guy went fucking loco.
We need to get White Wolf on the air one of these days to talk about Mr. Googles, do like a biography or something about him, do a little back history. And
I was actually thinking about making a mini movie about it, but then I don't want to get sued for copyright infringement or anything, because what happened was kind of like what happened in Carrie, only the only difference is there was no psychic powers or a psychotic religious mother locking him in the closet saying, "Get in your prayer closet." No, but he came from pretty fucked up circumstances, got fucked with to the breaking point, and just fucking snapped, and it was really bad. No, nobody died, but it was still pretty bad.
right. Okay, so main debate. What are we talking about here?
Well, the Muslim faith. You and I have discussed this many, many times in regards to terrorism, and it seems like a lot of people would agree with you that, that this religion is the fundamental basis of terrorism. Thus, the religion is...
So we're talking about the Muslim religion, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You could probably word it better than I can.
Well, here's my views and opinions
Yes,
on things.
Because I'm still kind of that previous tangent.
I'm not necessarily 100% against any one type of people or religion or anything like that, because we all have fuck-ups in every race, religion, and creed. So, as per your Obama statement back in the day, we have those types of people, those ignorant people, dude, in every race, religion, and creed. So,
yeah.
But here's my thing. When statistics show, and yes, I know these statistics come from a warped-ass sense of government and all this, but when statistics pop up and they show the numbers, whether the numbers are convoluted or not, when the numbers show that the percentage of terrorist activities in the United States stem from the Muslim religion or the Middle Eastern or the Middle Eastern background at all, it shows that these people are the ones that are committing the terrorist acts. Now, ISIS, okay? We have ISIS, which we all know is a government-funded agency.
Yeah, it was started just a few years ago by the United States government.
Right.
It funded and supplied them.
What I'm getting at, though, is that these people are all stem from the Muslim belief system. Whether they are Middle Easterns, converts from the Eastern continent, who converted over to Muslim or Islam or whatever. But what I see is a faith that preaches peace and then kills in the name of God. That just does not make fucking sense to me on any level.
Wow.
Now, I'm not saying that there are not exceptions to the rule, and I'm not saying that these people are not extremists and whatnot, which they are. But what I'm saying is that their belief system in all of this is warped to the sense of why preach peace and then go and blow up the trade towers. You know what I mean? This is the kind of stuff that I'm wondering about, and the kind of stuff that I'm seeing, my personal opinion. And I have on my friends list. I want to take the time to kind of put this out there too. I have a guy on my friends list. Okay, I'm not going to say his name, but I had a run-in with him about a week or two ago about his faith, because he is Muslim, and he went on to say that just because it's these terrorists doing these things doesn't necessarily mean it's the entire Muslim faith. Now, that statement that I made on the social network site that I was on was not a
direct shot
at all Muslims or even at him per se. It wasn't pinpointing one or an entire thing of people. It just was stating opinions and doing, my opinion through the resources that I have and the information that I dug up myself.
Yeah. We can't go and blame an entire religion or an entire culture for the actions of a few nuts. I mean, that would be like saying all Catholics are pedophiles because of something that a few priests did.
Right.
Or that all Christians are KKK.
Or tyrants because of the Crusades and all that shit.
Yeah, or that all Christian ministers are corrupt because you've got these people like on the Trinity Broadcasting Network.
Joel Osteen.
And other motherfuckers. You can't blame the whole for the actions of a few.
But the statistics still show, and like I said, this isn't a shot at any one type of people. The statistics still show that majority of the terrorist attacks that have taken place on American soil are Muslim. Okay? How do you explain that? And see, like I said though too, this wasn't a shot at my buddy on Facebook because he would be the last person I would ever think had an evil bone in his body, dude. I would never think this guy ever had any bad or ill intentions towards anybody. He lives here in the United States. He works at Stater Brothers. He pays his taxes. He works his ass off for the money he has to help support his family and whatnot. So he's actually following the rules. And whether he believes in God or Allah or Muhammad or whatever doesn't necessarily make him a member to these parties. It just makes his parties, it makes his religion, these parties make his religion look bad.
Yeah, it's not even guilty by association. It's just you got a handful of extremists who took things out of context and just went gung-ho. And it's not even that. I personally believe that it's not so much religious-based, that if you really get down to brass tacks and look at the facts, all this shit has been government-funded terrorism. We funded and created ISIS. We funded and created the Taliban in the 80s. Bush and the Bin Ladens are fucking buddy motherfuckers. I mean, the evidence is there that these terrorist actions and these terrorist groups are government funded. So I think it might be safe to assume that it is not so much about religion as much as it is
about politics.
Yeah, it's more a political game. It's like the magician's trick. Look at this hand while this hand works. It's fucking show pony shit. They got you looking at the Muslim religion as the pretext, when the real pretext is money and power.
And when you compare the Muslim religion to the Christian religion or to the Catholic religion, I mean, all these different religions are based on the same stories.
Yeah, you got the same stories in the Quran from Adam to Jesus as you do in the Bible.
Right.
They're the same fucking stories. They practice the same fucking principles.
The only difference between Christianity or Christian-based religions and Muslims are Muhammad.
Yeah.
Correct? If I'm correct?
Yeah, Muhammad was
their prophet.
Their prophet after the fact.
Right.
This took place
after Jesus. Right.
Yeah, so it's not that different. And all it means is God.
Right.
That is what they call God. It's not even a different God in that respect. It's just a different name,
a different word.
Or
like we use Jehovah, we use the Great I Am, the teacher, the counselor. We use all these different names for God and Jesus, just like they use Allah for God.
Yeah.
or Muhammad for their profit. You know,
Yeah, and if you think I'm blowing smoke out my ass, go on YouTube and look up the hymn, A is for Allah. It's a beautiful hymn, and it really puts the faith in perspective as to what they believe.
I myself have not read the Quran in any great depth. I mean, I've read pages here and there. I'm no expert. But what you say and what has just been said about the stories and stuff like that seem to be pretty on point.
Yeah. I mean, all you have to do is, you don't even have to read it cover to cover, just skim through it. You'll see an abundance of similarities. You know, a lot of Christians will say that the Quran is an evil, evil book that promotes hatred and violence. So does this.
Every religion has its dark moments.
Old Testament. There goes your son. Old Testament.
It's always got to be on camera somehow.
Yeah. The Old Testament specifically, full of war and murder and occupation. It's
I mean, the whole quest for the Holy Grail was a actual thing that happened. It was during the Dark Ages, the Crusades. You know, I mean, this was an actual war, a holy war raged based on religion.
Yeah, anybody who didn't follow the belief system of Catholicism
was killed or considered tyrants and captured and tortured.
Yeah. If you didn't, even beyond that, the witch hunts.
That was still part and parcel to the Crusades and the whole.
Oh, the Crusades were a few centuries earlier.
No, I know, but I'm saying it was still part and parcel to that because of the similarities in the reasoning behind the actions.
Yeah, the Catholics took part in that, as well as many other Christian faiths took part in that, killing people because they either didn't believe in Jesus Christ or were accused of practicing witchcraft. If you weren't Christian, you were evil. You know, I'm all for Christian morals and standards and all that shit. But, you know what? Live and let live. If they don't share your beliefs, that doesn't necessarily mean that you go out and kill a motherfucker because they don't agree with what you believe in. Because who's to say that you're fucking right? I mean,
we may all be wrong.
Yeah.
We may all be wrong at this point. I mean, who knows? You just got to take it on faith, and that's what part of our religious and belief systems are based on is faith. You know, you got things that aren't explained that may or may not make sense now, may or may not make sense later on, and you just got to take it on faith and continue with your religious beliefs. And then, you know, whatever religious belief that you're in, you know, may not be somebody else's beliefs, but who knows what the proper religion is. I mean, your religion, for example, LDS preaches and teaches that your guys is the one true faith. Yeah. Now, that may or may not be true. We don't know that yet. I mean, you believe that it is true because of the similarities.
On faith.
Yeah, you're taking it on faith, and because of your belief system and things that you have personal revelation and things that you believe and are to be true.
And based on the research that I've done as well. You know, I don't follow anything blindly. I do my research. I go very in-depth into everything that I do. I mean, shit. You're proofreading my book. You have seen how I go into great fucking detail in research.
And I do object a lot because of our differences in beliefs and, you know, and how we have, you know, off-camera debates about this shit all the time. But at the same time, too, it's your belief system, it's your book, so I got to just put it where it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there is no arguing the fact that I go into a great deal of research and detail to support my standpoints and my beliefs and to counteract dogma and various objections based on speculation or rhetoric. Right. You know, I don't play bullshit. I know how the game fucking works. Dazzle them with brilliance and baffle them with bullshit. And you know what? Even though
every religion does both.
Yeah, every religion does both, granted. But here's the thing. Facts trump bullshit all the time. Every fucking day. Yeah. You can spew all the rhetoric that you fucking want. But when I'm bringing a fucking fact to the table, you got nothing to contend with.
Right.
You can say your dick's bigger than mine, but when I whip that motherfucker out, you're going to be crying.
Take it easy, Earthworm Jim.
Okay, cheese wheel. This is how it is every fucking day at this house.
Anyway, I mean,
every fucking day.
We're kind of getting off point here, but as far as the Muslim religion is concerned, you can't bash like you said, the facts.
Yeah.
About, I mean, what facts we have that we have access to. You can't bash the facts and the numbers when it comes to the polls and the statistics based on the Muslim religion.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that it's, like I said before, it's not necessarily, the entire religion feels this way.
No.
I think that a great majority of them want peace, and I believe that a great majority of them do practice what it was meant to be practiced in that religion. But on the other hand, there are always going to be extremists, and there's always going to be those people who ruin it for everybody. Hence hence the term "one bad apple destroys the barrel," dude. I mean, that's exactly what's happening here.
It is, and it's not even the bad apple is rotten because of the religion. It's the bad apple is rotten because of the government corruption that has created these organizations and
or
use
because
the Muslim faith as a fucking mask.
Or because of their internal beliefs too. Yeah. I mean, people perceive the Bible in different ways. I could read a line, it means something to me, and you could read the same line, it means something completely different to you. I mean, we've already gone over that with Revelations in the Bible several times.
Yeah.
Just in the last couple of months. We've been over the book of Revelations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you think it means one thing, and I think it means a completely different thing. My wife thinks it means a completely different thing from both of us. So, every person who reads a text in the Bible, or in the Quran, or the Torah, or whatever the fuck you're reading, it means something different to each individual person who is going through something different than the other person reading it, which is why I don't believe in any one particular leader in the church. I believe our own individual Bibles and churches dwell in here. You know what I mean? And that's my belief system. I mean, I haven't gone to church for over 5-6 years now because of this man teaching man what the Bible means. I don't think
sheep leading the sheep.
Right. I don't think one person can teach me what the Bible means to me. The Bible means something completely different to me than it would mean to any of you.
Maybe you should start your own religion.
I have thought about it, but I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I believe in what I believe in, and I just leave it at that. And people have their own belief systems and their own, their own faiths and whatnot, and I just go with it. I just feel everybody, in my opinion, this is my ideology on the whole thing with every Christian religion, Mormon, Catholic, any numerous denominations of Christianity, the Muslims, the Jews, all these people. I believe we're all on the same team. That we all believe in the same things. It's just taught a different way and in a different structure for people to understand. Because not everybody is on that same level of understanding. And because God or Jesus is not here to preach the Bible to us, to teach us or to tell us what we were supposed to believe in. We have to take it on faith of what we believe that Jesus or God is trying to portray to us. We have to lay it on our own hearts and take it within so that we can, be believers and followers in our religion.
And that's essentially what it comes down to. You know what's right and wrong, whether there is one true religion or whether it's just a matter of interpretation is irrelevant. We all know what's right from wrong. And
Even
killing
an animal
people.
knows right from wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even the most basic, innocent creature on the earth knows right from wrong. Anything with a certain level of intelligence knows right from wrong. You know, children know right from wrong. But they're completely innocent in their actions because they're still kind of learning their place.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that children are evil because they have the inclination to, flood the bathroom. You know what I mean? It doesn't make them bad. It just makes they don't know any better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's up to us as people in our religions, our particular religions, to guide our children and help our friends find God and the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether you're even atheists, don't believe in anything, which makes them believe in something. If they don't believe in anything, they believe in nothing, which makes them believe in something.
Yeah, they believe in the foundation of science.
Right.
But they still have a understanding of what is right and what is wrong.
I mean, every religion teaches the golden rule: do unto others. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And everybody knows that hurting somebody is not a good thing. I mean,
yeah, Jesus taught you love thy neighbor.
Well,
Don't
I mean,
kill him.
Even if it wasn't Jesus saying it. I mean, these people who believe in Scientology and like we were just talking about right now, the atheists know right from wrong, whether they want to admit it or not. They know that hurting people is wrong. They know that lying to people is wrong. They know that defrauding people are wrong.
Exactly.
They know that adultery is wrong. On any level, people know right from wrong, regardless of how you put it. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in science, whether you believe in Allah, whether you believe in
the flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Damn, flying spaghetti monster always has to make an appearance, doesn't it?
But I mean, aside from all that, we have to take into consideration that this isn't just a religiously based fanaticism. This is based on internal beliefs and government corruption. Are we on the same page here?
Yeah, it's not about the religion. It's corruption creating these organizations and using religion as a mask.
Right.
Just like when there's a shooting that doesn't involve Muslims or something, it's automatically the Tea Party or gun owners or Christians.
Right.
How many times have we heard that shit?
Every day.
Every fucking day. That recent theater shooting. Who are they trying to blame it on?
Tea Party.
Tea Party.
Right. I mean, according to your sources, they're trying to blame it on the Tea Party. According to that article, they don't blame it on anything.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't read through the article thoroughly enough to really see if they blamed it on the Tea Party, but reports that you
I
gathered...
sent you that article that reported it was being blamed on the Tea Party.
Right, I must have just not read through it or something.
Yeah.
I must have missed it or something in
I
translation.
can link it. But it's fucking pure insanity. Pure and simple. Learn to get along and stop buying into the bullshit that it's a religious-based thing rather than corruption using religion as a fucking mask.
And mainstream media really needs to get a clue. They need to stop. I mean, I know they're owned and operated by, the elitists, and they have to do what they're told, but on the same token, I mean, we saw that video of that one chick, I don't even remember her name, but she put it right on point with Obama, that this shit has to stop. I mean, we get shootings and assassinations of our military personnel, and Obama does nothing, until 5 or 6 days later, when he finally lowers the flag at half-mast. Well, 2 hours after the fucking gay rights parade came through for gay rights and all that stuff, or marriage, or whatever the fuck happened. I don't even look into that because I'm not interested.
They had the lights on the White House.
Right. All the colors of the rainbow colors. Right.
Yeah.
2 hours after that fucking shit, he was on top of that. But our military personnel, he decides to take a golf trip instead.
Yeah, of course.
Motherfucker goes golfing and doesn't take care of business until he gets home. He didn't even show up to the funerals of these people, which is fucking sad.
Yep.
But, a Muslim terrorist dies, and he's fucking right there, feeding press bullshit. So, I mean,
motherfuckers got to go.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly
all these
fucking
motherfuckers
done.
got to go.
I'm thoroughly done with. I mean, I had had a sliver of faith, dude, for my country, dude, when you decided to come and stay with me. And after we started doing these weekly reports and these resistance transmissions, and I saw what you were doing and how you were, involved in, Anonymous and, all this stuff, I started doing some research, and I see now that the government, the police, mainstream media, all this shit is just a fucking fraudulent front for something so much greater. And mainstream media, we need somebody to report on mainstream media the truth. We need somebody out there that's going to do this. I mean, we have Alex Jones, but he's not mainstream media. He's basically independent media.
Yeah, he's a lot like us. We're kind of lower grade than he is, but we're more active in the community and taking part of these operations than he is. He's mainly a reporter.
Right.
But not to say that he doesn't.
He hasn't paid his fucking dues, man.
Yeah, and it's not to say that he hasn't done his part in waking up people,
Right.
I mean, shit. Road to Tyranny is what woke me up in the first place.
Was that the one with Bohemian Grove and all that?
No, that was before Bohemian Grove. It was 9/11, the Road to Tyranny.
Yeah, see, I watched Bohemian Grove with you that one time. Just the cremation and care ceremony that they had in Bohemian Grove, and that's what woke me up. I was like, how are people allowing this kind of shit to happen?
Yeah, and why are leaders, many of which professing to be Christian, taking part in a ritual to a Babylonian god?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
What exactly presidents have professed to have been there or have been seen there? We got Bush, Clinton,
Nixon, Kennedy. I think it's been the vast majority of presidents that we've had.
Like the noted presidents though, not even just like the, you know what I mean?
I know the Bushes are frequent attendees. Clinton, I believe Obama was there at one point. I think Schwarzenegger may have gone there once or twice.
On a separate subject here, and I know we're kind of getting off base here already, but on a separate subject here, what do you know if Bohemian Grove has these ceremonies on a daily basis, or is it like a weekly thing, a monthly thing?
It's like a week-long festival. It's the Summer Fire Festival,
and it just happens once a year.
Yeah, it happens once a year. All these people go there. The cremation of care is just one of what I've heard is many ceremonies that take place there. They also have secret meetings discussing government policy and operations such as Operation Star Wars and Fast and the Furious, where said to have been concocted at the Bohemian Grove. Now, you've got a lot of shit that goes on behind closed doors that the public isn't supposed to know about. It's rumored that presidents and other government electees are decided upon at the Grove.
It's like a secret organization such as like Skull and Bones.
Yeah, it's like the next degree.
You're right.
You start off in groups like Skull and Bones when you get into college, and then you go on to these other groups like Bohemian Grove or the Trilateral Commission, this or that.
Whatever. But
There's
anyway.
So many fucking groups.
Yeah, anyway. I mean, we've kind of gone off on a tangent, and I mean, I don't.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I don't.
We always.
Yeah.
But it's relevant shit. I mean, we're not talking about how E.T. turned upside down looks like a pair of testicles. Oh shit, there it is again.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. And just in case you're
Sorry,
wondering...
Grandma Wendy, if you're watching this, I apologize.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering how that whole thing came about, I will explain it. Here we go. I was at work a couple weeks ago. I'm a canvasser for a solar company. And in between going from place to place, we all pile into a fucking van and we go, and we all just sit around in the van on our way to our destination, just bullshit. And somebody on my crew made the observation that E.T. looks like a pair of testicles. And we laughed, and we debated about it, then he brought it up on his phone, turned it upside down, and was like, holy fucking shit! It's fucking hilarious. Seriously, my job is hard, especially in the summertime, walking around in the fucking heat and shit. But you know what? For the most part, it's fun. We're all having good laughs, and I'm getting paid $11 an hour. So I'm happy with that.
Well, on another note, too, I don't know how quick you're going to have this edited and posted, if you're going to do that tonight.
I will do that tonight.
Okay. For those of you who are watching beforehand, today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, and we are going to be having a live broadcast at 2 o'clock.
We're going to be having 2 live broadcasts.
Yeah, we're going to have one at 2 o'clock, and we're going to have one at 6 o'clock. The first one is going to be featuring a friend of mine from Las Vegas. I don't know what he wants to go by.
Yeah, we'll probably
not
have
going to put his name out there yet.
Yep, it'll be the first one will be at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and the second one will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Or 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Actually, I think Pacific Standard Time is 3 hours ahead of us, so that will put us at 7 o'clock at Pacific Standard Time.
Well, depending on how far to the east they are, because I know that when I was in Georgia, it was 4 hours difference. So
I will double check with Connor on that.
But either way, it's going to be either at
6
or 7.
In fact, we'll just do it at 7. That way,
there's no confusion.
7
o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the second broadcast. 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the first broadcast. And for those of you who are in Canada, like Connor and them.
Yeah, Connor will be on the second transmission.
He'll be on the second transmission, and which I'm going to be kind of thrilled to see him. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah.
But,
and he said he's bringing the beer, so.
Nice.
So we will be ready.
But anyway, I think we pretty much concluded our debate.
Yeah. So until next time, Tinman,
you already know my fucking name.
When I get there, someone's gonna
die.
Well, time flies when you know you're having fun. And when I get there, they'll be staring at a gun. I gotta get the job done before I see the sun.